Hi, Divine Code 369 here with your June numerology and a little bit of astrology and some divination cards. So June is a 6 month and we're in a 2021 year, which adds up to a 5. So we take 6 plus 5 equals 11. June is an 11 number energy. We also will look at the 2 because 11 is 1 plus 1 equals 2, so we look at the 2 energy also. Now 11 is a higher spiritual master number. 11 has to do with the harmony of spiritual and physical, bringing that into balance. It is a unity number. We look at the 11, looks like 2 pillars. It's walking through and seeing a new view on things. Now the 2 is a relationship number. So you want to look at your relationships and take a look at how you can bring harmony. Where is it lacking? Because the shadow side of 11 is division. So you will want to take a look at that. We're also in Mercury retrograde. And in Gemini, because we're in June, is Gemini season right now, my birthday month. So I know all about Mercury. And it's communication. Geminis they have a lot of ideas, they like to learn things, and they definitely like to communicate. But when Mercury is retrograde, you got to be very careful with your communication. Slow down and think about it before you actually speak it. And also, you know, Mercury retrograde, some people give it a bad rap. It isn't a bad thing. It's time to research, review things from that you may have left behind, a project that you may have put down. You pick it back up and review it and see if there's something that is can be revised. And 11 is also a very creative number, and it is in the manifestation triad. So it isn't a grounded triad, but it's in a manifestation triad. So what can you manifest at this time from something you may have forgotten about or put down? Mercury retrograde is also a time that you want to review what's been happening. It is very interesting also. People from your past will show up and contact you online or call you. It's a really good time for getting together with friends from your past or your family that you care about and having a good time talking about the past. In June 10th, we have an eclipse and a new moon in Gemini. Now, it can be a kind of crazy time right now because of Mercury retrograde in Gemini, so it kind of has to do with your mind, Mercury, and your communication, which I talked about. And the eclipse is going to bring more energy onto the planet. So it is going to rush, it's going to give you energy, and you're going to want to rush, and your energy is going to be up, but you need to still take time and not rush. It will give you energy to maybe write. If you're working on something, journal. Look for creative outlets with all this energy coming with this eclipse. On June 24th, we have a full moon in Capricorn. The 24th is a good number. 24 is a good number. It's about teaching and learning, and it adds up to 6, which is love. And it's a good day. Capricorn is about doing things. And the retrograde will have ended on the 22nd, although we'll still be in a little bit of shadow, but that is just for you to enact what lessons you learned during Mercury retrograde. So Mercury retrograde has got different parts to it, and unless you know your chart and you're familiar with your astrology sign, will you know what house it's transiting and how it is affecting you. So it's it's very general to just, we do know it is in communication. So we do know to be careful because it's in Gemini, and that's just for, the consciousness, the universal consciousness. If you'd like to know how you can access your chart and how you can learn those things, I will put an email at the end of this, and you can contact me, and I will give you that information. So I also want to show you the cards that I picked for this month. And interesting enough, first it says, dream big. It says, let go of small thoughts about yourself. See yourself succeeding. So that's good for any time. Then I got divine timing and divine guidance. So that says to me, good time for meditation and not rushing things, waiting for divine timing. If you meditate, which could be just a walk outdoors, sometimes you get inspiration and guidance. Romance. So it comes to relationships. Also, you can have romance in writing and romance with yourself and with animals, as far as, just your harmony and how you create the environment and setting. Retreat. So in retreat, this is also good. It's addressing meditation and taking time to review and not rushing. And harmony. And so harmony is the 11th number, so that makes sense to me that I picked that. I will address one more thing. The full moon in Capricorn has to do with wounds, old wounds, the healing of old wounds and letting go. So it's time to let go of the old wounds. Do what do your healing work and let go as much you can. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you'd like to know your own divine code, you can contact me at the email below, and also I can let you know what energy you're in, what year you're in, and that will change your personal energy for each month, because there's a universal consciousness energy, and that's what I'm addressing with the 11 and the 2. But then there's your personal energy, and that has to do with your divine code and your personal year number. If you'd like to contact me or leave a comment below, and I can reply. So have a wonderful June, and I'll see you next month for July's reading. Peace.